live? I think we're live. Hello, y'all. That might be too bright. Let me lower the lights. There we go. Woo! Hello, Mario. I'm trying to work this thing out. This YouTube shit is really confusing. I'm trying to add somebody on here, but it's really hard. So let's just talk boxing for now while I try to figure this out. Kilbrook fights tomorrow. We have Errol Spence. I wish we had Errol Spence. We have Gary Russell fighting tomorrow as well. So Gary Russell we have fighting tomorrow, and we also have Kilbrook. So one's the zone, one's PBC on Showtime. What do you guys think? What do you guys are you guys gonna be watching tomorrow? Also next week we have Ryan Garcia against Fonseca, and then we also have Linares fighting as well. Yeah, they're actually purple, but thank you for noticing. I like your pug. Let's talk boxing, guys, please. Ryan finished smack against Fonseca. Do you guys think Fonseca's a really good opponent for Ryan? I know people were really here, especially in Southern California. We're trying to get him to fight Romero Duno really bad. Like, people were really pushing for Romero Duno versus Ryan Garcia because a lot of people thought that Ryan Garcia was actually scared of Romero Duno, and then we all saw what happened there. So at least for the people here in Southern California, that was a really good test for Ryan. Especially since Romero Duno's been known to kind of derail careers of top Golden Boy guys. So that was really good, but we'll see how he does against Fonseca. Fonseca has actually tried for a title, I think, twice. So we'll see how Ryan does. I expect the knockout from Ryan, especially it's Valentine's Day. He's trying to get some after that fight, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to get that shit done early as fuck. Ryan Garcia needs more fights before big fights. Yeah, I mean, Isidro, I completely agree. And a lot of people want to rush every prospect, not just Ryan. A lot of boxing fans are like, hey, I really want these fighters to fight somebody top level, and it's like, no, let these guys take their time, please. Like, let these fighters take their time. Like, they need to grow, they need to go the distance with fighters, they need to learn to adapt, they need tough fighters so that they can adapt to their level, you know what I mean? For Ben Media, Ben, how are you, Lazy Lefty? You guys should go to Twitter, follow Lazy Lefty, just like it's typed on there, but without spaces. Hello, Ben. Thank you so much for the 2 likes. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for retweeting, too, because I got the notification that you retweeted this. So thank you so much. Do you think Tank and Garcia could ever happen? Yes, Mario. I do think Tank and Garcia could happen. However, I do think they're being smart by waiting on that fight and prolonging it a little bit, because they're both big on their own right now, and they both got clout right now, but that would be a huge fight coming up. Like, imagine that fight has, like, I don't like pay-per-views, but I feel like that fight has pay-per-view written all over it. Ryan Garcia versus Tank. However, they both have not, obviously Tank was a champion at 130. He's now a champion at 135 because I think he has a regular title for the WBA. So, I think he fights, what's his name next? Leo Santa Cruz next, if I'm not mistaken. But, hey, I would love to see that, but I don't think Ryan's ready for Tank right now. With Tank, with all the shit he has going on right now, with, like, the baby mama stuff, like, I don't think he's going to be, doing all that for a while. That's honestly true, dude. Who you got? Devin Haney versus Adrian Broner. Okay, I wasn't on Twitter that much today. What happened? I know that Adrian Broner was asking Eddie Hearn for $20 million to fight Devin Haney. It's like, who are you? Like, you haven't fought anyone convincingly in a while. Like, I know he got the Broner fight. I know he fought Jesse Vargas, which he looked good in the second half. He fought Mikey Garcia. But he just doesn't let his hands go. I agree, King Nello. He doesn't let his hands go. So it's like, who are you to be demanding $20 million to just stand there and, like, not throw punches? Like, you're not even going to make this an interesting fight. You're just going to stand there and get your money and dip, like you did with the Pacquiao fight. So why would anybody pay him that much fucking money? I feel like Broner should be a step-up fighter. Like, Broner should become a gatekeeper for all the guys at 140 or 147. He shouldn't be, like, getting title shots. He shouldn't be getting pay-per-views. I was so hopeful of Broner when he was like a 3 division world champ, and Maidana came and just wrecked his plans, and he just never been the same. Lacey Lefty, remember I told you early last year Tank versus Ryan Garcia would be a huge. Oh yeah. Do you really think that's huge? Do you think that shit happens though? Like this year, I don't think. I really don't think that Golden Boy would let Ryan fight Tank right away. I mean, remember when they had that beef, the sparring beef that was supposed to happen at Legends Boxing, which is where I go religiously. Well, that gym is closed, but I used to go to that gym so much, and I remember that that sparring session was supposed to happen at Legends. Like I was ready to fucking go and sit down and watch Tank and Gervonta spar, and that never happened. Why? Because Golden Boy didn't permit it. If or something about Ryan's like Gervonta had just had a baby, so no, let's not. I'm pretty sure like they're like no, let's not do this. If we're gonna fucking do this, we're gonna do this for the bag, not for free at a sparring session. I saw you at the background of Gib interviewing it. Oh my god. I got tagged so much in that video report, like, who's this girl? Oh, and then everybody, see, no offense, like, thank you for the clout, but I also would have liked if people who don't know me didn't tag me on shit. Like, why are you guys revealing my identity? Like, just be like, nothing. Like, I honestly didn't like that everybody was tagging me on it. They're like, oh, it's her. I'm like, yeah, can you leave me alone? I felt embarrassed enough being there. So I'm like, oh, now people know I'm here because everybody's posting this damn fucking video. But I guess thank you. Arturo, thank you so much for the donations. Guys, I'm getting a new camera in March. I got a lot of fucking money for this month's interview. So I'm surprised. I didn't know YouTube could pay that much money. I'm getting a really nice amount of money from YouTube this month, and I'm gonna buy a camera and I'm gonna bring you guys weekly interviews. I already got a bunch of them set up, but I don't want to say it because I don't want them to like fall off. And the boxes are busy, so I don't want them to be like, oh, it falls off, and then I say it, and then like I don't bring it. So yes, I'm gonna bring new interviews. I'm buying like this cool roadcaster, it's called, and you do podcasting. Anyway, point is, I'm bringing a shit ton of content. I'm just waiting for this fucking paycheck. Thank you so much, Arturo, because this goes right to the content. Thank you so much. Did you watch that reality boxing show back in the day Sylvester Stallone and Sugar Ray Leonard put together called The Contender? Yes. Didn't they just have a contender too? They had like the finale at the Forum, if I'm not mistaken. Adams, the guy that Charlo just fought last, that guy was the winner of the contender, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I remember that. Isn't Andre Ward the like host of that? I'm pretty sure he is. 20 million. I bet even Eddie had a great laugh when he saw that. Yo, but who knows? Eddie's crazy with the money. He probably would do it. Haney posted a pic of him and Broner and asked if people want to see the fight, and Broner got offended. Broner takes everything the wrong way. By the end of 2020, it should happen. King Ray will be ready by then. Do you really think King Ray beats Tank, though? I think Tank is just too powerful. Tank has power, and that's the thing about Tank, because that's what's been getting him by, because we know Tank is not the most disciplined because he keeps making weight. He keeps not making weight. I mean, this motherfucker moved up in weight class, and that's supposed to, that's supposed to facilitate you making weight, because he has not been making weight at 130 for a while. Like, he had trouble making weight at 130. So you'd think at 135 it'd be like, well, he got those 5 extra pounds. But no, he still don't make weight. And it's like, bro, you moved up in weight class and you're still not making weight? Or he had to like go and sweat it out or take a dump or whatever. But it's like, bro, make the goddamn weight. And I know, Leo's not going to fight Gary Russell, so he's probably going to fight Tank for a payday and a pay-per-view. And, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm really not. But what do you think, Lazy Lefty? Do you think Ryan would be able to beat Gervonta just with the speed? Because that's what Ryan has. Ryan has some crazy speed, and it's hard to protect yourself from a shot you don't see coming. And if someone's really fast, then you don't see the shots coming. You're kind of just like on the guard the whole time. But Gervonta's really fucking strong, and he hits hard. They saw all the thickness. Yeah, I know. It's like, I try, like, most of the time, I know a lot of people tell me, like, the girls, there's girls reporters with big boobs. I don't have that, so it's not like I could be like, hey, guys, like, I don't have big boobs. But, like, I try to just not make it about myself. I try to make it about the fighter. But a lot of people always tell me, like, oh, when you're in the interviews, you'll get more views because you're a girl, and either you're going to get a lot of hate or you're going to get compliments, but it's going to be views. So I'm like, okay, I'll be in interviews. And that one, it wasn't even my interview. It was like someone else's interview. I was in the background, so I'm like, okay, I guess. Thank you so much, Black and Brown Boxing. I appreciate it. I'm definitely working on more consistent stuff, and I'm flying to Vegas on the 22nd for the Fury fight, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys content from there. And I'm going to Texas for the Mikey Garcia fight and Vargas fight, so I'll be bringing you guys content from there. So be ready for more content for sure. Leo should fight Gary. Yes, King Nello. I never understood why Leo never fought Gary Russell. They're both PBC. They're both on weight. They're both not got heavy hands. Like, why are you guys not fighting? You're both not going to knock each other out. There's no knockout power here. So why don't you guys just fight each other? You're both PBC. It's not like you can blame a promoter difference. Like, you guys are both on the same promoter. You both fought on Showtime. You both fucking have a belt. Well, now Leo's went up, but it's like, bro, I don't get. And if you guys watch, I have an interview with Leo from his last fight where I asked him that. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to my promoter and I'm gonna ask him why. I'm like, you should be calling the shots, my dude. But I mean, I'm not allowed to tell him that. But I'm like, bro, the fuck you doing? Leo's a cherry picking bacon belt champion coat. I'll drink to that. That's all I'm gonna say. No, but guys like Leo Victor are so idolized in the Latino community and like Hispanics and Mexicans especially, because he throws a lot of punches. He's a high volume guy, but he has no heavy hands. He ain't knocking nobody out. But oh my god, you guys should have seen the the Mares versus Leo fight. It was crazy how many Mexicans were there and how loud they were. It was intense. So it's like Mexicans are not impressed by like nice footwork like most hardcore boxing fans are. Maybe we don't appreciate the style, but we can appreciate the skill it takes, right? They don't. They're just like right there trying to see them throw punches nonstop. So that's Leo's perfect for that. I read paper. I'm like, eh. On paper, Tank should beat him. He has all the attributes, but the fight is won in the ring, not on paper. Tank is the right. Yes. That's why when people say Tank and Lomachenko, people are always like, Tank beats Lomachenko because of the power. And I'm like, hold up, though. Lomachenko is a slick motherfucker. And he's like very, very, elusive. Lomachenko's elusive as heck. I need to stop cussing because sometimes YouTube demonetizes me for like cussing. So let me try not to cuss. But Lomachenko, like, he's slick and he's elusive. So he comes at you from all different angles. So yes, Gervonta has the power, but he's not disciplined. And I feel like at one point that's going to catch up to him. Whether it might not be with Lomachenko and that might be with Ryan Garcia, but someone's going to get him. He's going to get got because he can't be disciplined eventually. But, some guys they're powerful, so they get away with it. Look at Kovalev. Kovalev got away with it. I mean, I don't want to say Kovalev, because Kovalev actually has really good boxing abilities. But Wilder, I'm not saying Gervonta has that type of power, but it's like, they have power, so they can get away with they get away with not being able to, outbox their competition because they got the power, if that makes any fucking sense. Probably not. What do you play or use on PlayStation 4? That's my kids. I do not know nothing about PlayStation. They use it, Fortnite and some other stuff. I don't know. What's going on with Ruiz? I'm training. I'm sorry to my trainer, Manny Robles. I was partying too much. I don't know. I'm hella disappointed with Andy. I'm so disappointed with Andy, Isidro. You have no idea. I hated how at the end of the Joshua fight, he was like, now I'm going to actually get ready for this third fight. It's like, no, you should have been ready now, because you should have been ready to prove that was no flop, that was no, just a lucky punch. You should have been ready. Look at Cancio when he beat, what was Cancio's opponent? Machado. When Cancio beat Machado, everybody's like, oh, that was a lucky punch. Then they came back, and he beat him with that same punch. To the body. He beat him almost the same round. So Cancio proved, this was no fucking fluke. I beat him because I'm better than him. And with Andy, it was just like, I do think Andy could have been better, but he just didn't give a fuck. And that's on period. So I'm sad about him. Then he let go Manny, which is weird to me, because it's like, you were apologizing to Manny Robles after the fight. You were saying, I'm sorry to my trainer because, he did what he could and I didn't listen. But then you go and leave him? Who? That's not a trainer problem. That's a you problem. You were the one shoving pizza down your throat. You were the one shoving tacos down your throat, not your trainer. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, a trainer should be telling you what to do and a trainer should be pushing. Nuh-uh. You can, like, make a fighter, you can make a horse go to the water, but you can't make him drink. I'm gonna get philosophical with y'all. So that sucks. If Ryan can keep his energy up, he will beat Tank easy. Oh, yes, that's the thing. That's the thing, Black Ram Boxing, that we don't know how these guys' stamina is because they rarely go the distance. So should it become a war where it's back and forth, it's all going to depend on, one, if Ryan can take the power and how good his chin is, and two, their stamina. So Ryan, he did really well against Carlos Morales, who I know a lot of people are not very familiar with because he's more of a SoCal name. And Carlos Morales, the solution, he has a really good stamina, he has a like really nice punch, and Ryan was able to take those shots, which to me, that fight made me feel like, okay, Ryan's pretty good. Same with that Jason Velez kid. I know people are giving Ryan shit because that was like a guy who Ryan supposedly was supposed to be. But that Jason Velez kid, he won the 10 rounds with Jojo Diaz. So if Jojo Diaz didn't get any shit for going the distance to Jason Velez, why did Ryan? But Ryan is like, because he's so hyped. And I'm not saying like as a boxer, just because he's like a big personality. He gets more hate, obviously. Jojo Diaz won the distance with Jason Velez. No one said shit. They questioned it. Nobody said nothing. They congratulated Jojo and they went on about their way. But when Ryan won the distance with Jason Velez, they're like, I don't like this, Ryan. You should have knocked his ass out. And it's like, bro, relax. Like, this kid has less fights than Jojo, and he won the distance too, and he did better. He won every single round. So I do agree that it depends definitely on their stamina. Sorry, I'm way behind in the comments again. Who do you like? Vargas Garcia fight. I think I'm going to go with Mikey because Mikey's a really good boxer. I think Mikey's a superior boxer. However, it's hard to tell because, again, we haven't seen anything about Mikey as a welterweight. All we know about Mikey as a welterweight is that he couldn't touch Spence, as expected. Yes, we got hyped because of those, what were those videos? The snack videos, the snack people, they pulled out videos of him going ham with the snack program and shit, and I get it. And we got hyped because I'm like, damn, look at Mikey, he looks ripped. But we should have known, and we got fooled by that because deep down we knew that was no way. There was no way. And I don't think Spence was in any way trying to knock out Mikey, but I don't know nothing about Mikey in that welterweight division. So is this gonna be a repeat? Is this gonna be like Mikey's just smaller, so he's not gonna be able to get in and land proper shots? Because weight classes exist for a goddamn reason. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I stylistically and I guess skill-wise, I'm going to go with Mikey. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Vargas wins just because he's the bigger guy and he's fought at 154 before, so he's bigger. He's natural bigger, and he has more, more. He's fought more champions that are like going to be Hall of Famers than Mikey Garcia, if that makes any sense. So I'm going with Mikey, but because it's a welterweight clash and we don't know nothing about Mikey in the welterweight division, honestly, Mikey has no business in the welterweight division. Don't come at me. I just feel like, why is he there? He should be at 140 or 135. But again, don't come at me. But I'm gonna have to go with Mikey, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vargas wins. What up, Jay Cooley, King Nello, Loma beats all except Devin. Okay, Jay Cooley, I'm gonna have to stop it right there. I don't think Devin Haney beats Lomachenko just yet. Maybe in a couple more fights, not yet. And I don't think Loma is ducking Devin Haney. To me, that's crazy talk. I don't think Lomachenko has ever ducked anybody. And especially not Devin Haney. No offense. I know a lot of people are gonna come at me for that one, but Lomachenko's on a whole nother fucking level, and he's older and he has more experience. So many amateur fights. I don't think Devin Haney beats him. I don't think Teofimo beats him. Maybe like they give him a run for his money because he's a smaller guy. Maybe Teofimo. I don't know. I have more faith in Teofimo beating Loma than Haney. No offense. Haney's not a heavy hitter. Teofimo is. So I would have Teofimo with a better chance to beat Devin Haney. Though Devin Haney is very talented, we haven't had his chin tested just yet. And no offense, I don't see anybody beating Lomachenko. Maybe in like a year or two. Not yet though. Tank was slowed down. I think Leo gives him problems. Leo will give anybody problems at all this because he is a volume puncher again. So even if they're not hurting you, they're coming at you, those shots, Obviously, the bigger guys are able to absorb those punches because they're bigger, but again, even if they're not, like, massively hurting you to where you're stunned and shit, like, those punches are coming and they're hard to get away from if you don't have a proper plan. So maybe Leo does give Tank problems, but I just think Tank's too powerful. Tank not fighting in 2022. What? I'd pick Haney and Theo to beat Lomachenko before I pick Tank. I don't think any of them beat them though. Lazy? What do you really think Haney beats him right now? I think maybe in like one year. Give them each. Give both Teofimo and Devin Haney 1 year, and they both beat Lomachenko, but not right now. No, I don't think right now they do. Lomachenko's slick as fuck. I may be wrong. I would love for them to prove me wrong, though. I would love to see it. I love when fighters prove me wrong. I'd love to see it. Just this last week, Jojo Diaz. I used to say it on lives. I've never been impressed by Jojo Diaz. Bitch, I was impressed with Jojo against Tevin Farmer. He did so well. And then with that big old cut in his eye, I was like, bro, you got my respects. You did so well. He did so good against Tevin Farmer. So, again, I love when fighters prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Make me shut up. Make me eat my goddamn words. Yes, Andy Ruiz done goofed. He done goofed. And then he lost. Golden Boy got rid of him. I know. Don't even get me started on Golden Boy getting rid of Cancio because that was rude as heck. All Cancio said was like, I wish I was fighting outside of Indio and I wish they promoted me better so that I can fight in a Canelo undercard or just a big undercard so that I can, get more, I guess, fans. And they're like, okay, bye. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia going Twitter fingers on, on Golden Boy and they give him a lucrative deal. It's like, why are y'all doing that? And Cancio's like the easiest person to be able to promote because he's a guy who works a 9 to 5 government job. And then he goes to the gym and he became champion after various losses, by the way. He came back and he became champion. That's a cool ass story to promote. And you're gonna let him that's so sad. Yes, Ryan, I feel like the reason why Linares is on the undercard of this is definitely because they're going to throw Ryan. They're going to feed him to Ryan Garcia. And don't get me wrong, Linares does have really nice hand speed too, but he's just the older guy. What I think should have happened though is my boy Virgil, back when he was at 140, he should have been able to do that to Linares, but they, not Cancio. My bad. Cano came and knocked him in the first round. Remember that Cano fight? The Linares got knocked out by Cano in the first round. That should have been my boy Virgil. But I don't mind Cano. Cano's a fucking cool ass dude. Pablo Cesar Cano, cool ass dude. So that was a really good win for him. And I know that's why ever since then now Linares is just fighting in little undercards. So now he's going to be, I'm pretty sure they're gonna feed him to Ryan pretty soon. AJ ran from the Fat Man all night and Andy got very good chin. Yes, Andy got a really crazy good chin. It's crazy how many punches that guy took. And you're right, Lazy, because if you just, the very few times where Andy got close to Joshua and was coming at him, Joshua was shook. AJ was like, no, don't come at me. You could tell he was bothered. Anytime, the very few times that Andy Ruiz was able to come and connect, AJ was shook. So yes, now that was a fight he had to fight to win though. So I'm not too mad at it. I was like, this is what we're getting for a rematch. This is pretty fucking lame. But also, I'm not mad at AJ because that's definitely the fight he needed to fight to win. Now, does that plan work against a Wilder? Probably not, because what we learned from Wilder's track record is that he's going to catch you regardless of how fucking good you are, just as fucking King Kong Ortiz. Ryan fighting Linares. Oh, sorry, I read that again. You think Virgil's ready for a world title? Not at 147, he's not. I think that's a hard thing about that. He went up to welterweight. I know he's getting his man strength. He's 21, so he's definitely still growing. So I know it was inevitable, the move up in weight class, but I feel like he would have been much, much, much more dangerous at 140. He would have beat a lot of people on 140 just because he's so goddamn powerful, that kid. But I get it because at 140 he has too many stablemates. At the time, before he moved up, he had Ramirez, which according to Virgil, that's one of his favorite fighters. So he told me at the time when I interviewed him that he would never fight Ramirez. Never. He would not fight him. And then with Josh Taylor and Josh Taylor, those belts were in the World Boxing Super Series. So he's like, I can't get a title shot at 140 anytime soon because a stablemate of mine has one, which now he has two, and then the other ones were trapped in the World Boxing Super Series. So he's like, I can't wait for a title shot or for any decent competition at 140. I need to move up and get decent competition, which I agree with. But I'm like, I don't think he gets a title shot soon, especially with the current champions. It's pretty stacked, this division. But I do think in maybe the next year or two he should. He's a WBA gold or whatever the fuck nowadays. But I think Virgil should fight all the B-level PBC guys. Give him Peterson. Give him Figueroa. Give him Golden Boy should feed him Saddam Ali. Like, give him all those, smaller names, the B-level guys. Give him Granados. Give him those welterweights that are really good and are going to test them, but that I'm pretty sure you can beat. Sorry, I'm way behind in the comments, dude. My bad. I need to stop talking. Miguel! Hi, Miguel. I'm way behind in the comments. My bad. Miguel always leaves because he's like, I log on and you're like way behind in the comments. So I'm really, really sorry. Spence is too big for Mikey. Yeah, we got played with that one. Golden Boy would let King Rai fight Tank on pay-per-view because it's more money than just flat fee. You're right. I think you're right, Lazy. But at the same time, they're trying to protect him because he's their next golden goose. Golden egg. Was it golden goose or golden egg? Golden egg. He's the next golden egg, and they know Canelo's probably on his way out, so they're like, let's mold this guy to be the next Canelo, at least in star power type. Miguel, everybody follow Miguel Americano on Twitter. Miguel has no business at welterweight. Miguel, Mikey. Well, his name is Miguel just because he should be at 140, yes, or 135, but I don't think he can go back down to 135 anymore. Why is your name Andy Ruiz? Dio will knock Loma in 7. I don't think so. Thank you so much, Brown Bob. You guys are so nice with your donations today. It's so nice. Yes, handsome?
How do you download this?
Love your content. You're not biased towards certain. Yeah, I try not to be biased. I do have obviously favorite fighters, but I'm not biased. I'm still going to give my honest opinion. I'm not gonna. I'm always gonna be unbiased. And if I'm ever being biased, come and call me the fuck out, slap me in the back of the head, not in front of the head. Don't be Gervonta, but smack me in the back of the head and be like, yo, you're being biased. And now check myself. But check me if I am being biased, please. Or if you think I am. I try not to be. Naoya in there would give Loma problems. Well, yeah, but that weight classes, my dude. No way in too little. Yeah, King Nello, I agree with you. That's come on now. Loma rather go on maternity leave in his 9th month than fight Haney. Yeah, I don't know, but no offense, I don't think he's ducking. Devin Haney will not even find anything special. See, Andy Ruiz, I don't know what your name is at, but see, okay, let me answer this, Eduardo. Virgil's 20, 21. I am old. I could be his mom, probably. No, I can't be his mom. I'm not that old. But no, I hate when people say shit about me. If I support a fighter, that means I love them or I want to fuck them. That's weird as heck, you guys. I just like the kid. I've been covering this kid since he was fighting Belasco undercards, which is a small club here in LA. I watched this kid grow. I watched this kid spar Mikey. I watched this kid spar Ramirez. So I have really high hopes for this kid. Doesn't mean I want to fuck him. So relax. He's 21. Y'all are sick. Devin Haney ain't even nothing special. I think Devin Haney is special. However, I will say this. I've seen him spar in Vegas, and he doesn't have... I don't want to regret what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it, but let's just say his chin is suspect, okay? That's all I'm going to say. No, Andy versus Joshua. No, I don't want to see Fernando. I don't want to see Andy versus Joshua 3. The same thing would happen, and I don't think Andy deserves a third chance just because he messed up so bad in the second, and it was because of him. It's not that he gave it a fight and he lost. If he had given it a fight and he lost, sure, let's do a third fight. But no, he messed it up. He wasn't even ready. He partied all day. No, he does not deserve a third fight. Fury going to sleep. I agree, Jay Cooley. I think Wilder knocks out Fury much sooner this time. Nah, give him Crawford. Give who Crawford? Virgil? I think Crawford outboxes Virgil. But Virgil's just got that power. I've seen him spar and I'm like, my dude. Oh my God. Hello, Dean. If Bud doesn't fight Ortiz, he ducking, period. Period. Y'all crazy. Which one's Miguel? Miguel is the one that with the what was that? Miguel. Miguel is Amir Khan on Twitter, but it's spelled Amerecon, I think, Amir Khan. How old are you? I am old. You do realize they have a crush on you, right? Who's they? What do you think about Anthony Yard fighting someone with a record of 448? King Nello? Give me the tea. I didn't know that. I have not kept up with Yard since he lost to Kovalev, and I think he could have beat Kovalev in the 8th round. That was a good fight. Ortiz was bigger than Canelo, more power than Canelo. I don't know about bigger, but he's definitely, that kid. And again, this is why I say about prospects that need to grow, grow, grow. I don't think Virgil should get a title shot until he goes 12 rounds with someone. The most he's gone is 6 rounds against Orozco, who went the distance with a two-time world champion, Jose Ramirez, which is now unified at 140 and beat Hooker to pieces. So that's Orozco went 12 rounds with Ramirez, who is a unified champion at 140. So if that guy went 12 rounds with Ramirez and got folded in 5 or 6 by Virgil, it's like, that should tell you all you need about Virgil. Same with Mauricio Herrera. Mauricio Herrera had never been knocked out like that. Virgil folded him like a fucking chair. Like, it's crazy. I think Herrera beat Danny Garcia. Herrera, in my opinion, beat Danny Garcia. And Virgil folded him like a goddamn chair. What do you think about... Oh, I already read that. Is Canelo waiting for Jiu-Jitsu? I don't think Canelo fights Triple G a third time, my dudes. I don't think he does. He's too petty. He thinks Triple G disrespected him in the second fight because of all the stuff he was saying about him being a cheater and supposedly that he's on needle mark or something like that. Canelo is just too goddamn petty. I don't think Canelo wants to give Triple G another payday, so I don't think he fights him again. Well, inside info, Haney's chin is... I'm not... I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's what I think. Broner versus Haney. Broner wants 20 million. He's crazy, Victor. I don't think Broner deserves 20 million. Not to fight nobody. He should be a gatekeeper for the 147, 140 dudes, not be making millions getting title shots. Crawford got dropped by a white boy. Oh, by Mean Machine, right? That was a good fight. Upset Aller tomorrow. Russell. You know what? Leo was saying that Russell was gonna lose. Do you guys think Russell's gonna lose against that umpire guy? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry. Brooke is washed up. See, the only time I want to hear about Brooke, hi Alberto, by the way, is against Amir Khan. I feel like Amir Khan and Brooke just have to fight. Just fight each other. Like, we don't care about you guys fighting anybody else. Like, you guys are not gonna beat anybody else. So just fight each other. Same with like Victor Ortiz and Bam Bam Rios. Like, we don't really care about you guys fighting other people. Fight each other. Like, this is the type of the content I want to see. Fight each other. Just, you hate each other? Fight each other. Why are you guys not fighting each other? He's a knockout machine. Virgil, probably. Thank you so much. Still in the game. I'm drinking wine, so that probably has a lot to do with my energy right now. Canelo es un mamoncito. Please elaborate. I mean, I just love to hear the tea. Triple G is old. Well, yeah, he's older, but I think he still gives the guys trouble, and I think he's still a very good name in the middleweight division. What makes Crawford a special in your opinion? I love that Crawford, even though he's a very crafty guy and very tactical and a technical fighter in itself, he's a dog. Did you guys see him against Mean Machine? I know he gets a lot of SHIT. I can't cuss. For going toe-to-toe with Mean Machine and getting dropped by Mean Machine and getting tagged by Mean Machine. But for him, who's smaller than Mean Machine, to like, and knowing that guys, I've seen Mean Machine before. He trains out of Oxnard at the old Robert Garcia gym, which is now just called I don't know what it's called now, but Kovalev trains there. All the Eastern European Russian guys train there. At the fight in Oxnard, at the gym in Oxnard, he hits hard. Mean Machine hits pretty goddamn hard. So for Crawford to, like, you could tell he got pissed off when he got dropped. You could tell he got pissed off that Mean Machine kept tagging him, and he came at him, and I think that makes him special. I still can't really make an analysis on him at 147 because he hasn't done anything at 147. No offense. I know people are gonna come at me. I do think Crawford's special, but until he faces the top competition of 147, I don't think I can really evaluate him as a welterweight or have him as a top welterweight because he's not proving it as a welterweight. I'm not saying he's not special because he very much is, but he's not proving it, at least in this weight class specifically. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. I know people are going to come for me because they love Crawford. I love him too, but at 147 until he fights the guys, obviously at PBC, which that's another whole different conversation because promotional issues. But I can judge Errol Spence. I can judge Porter. I can judge Ugas. I can judge Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao on their performances against other welterweights. I can't judge Crawford on them. Russell's losing only an upset to people who don't know shit about boxing. Like, kept telling people Rosario was legit. Ooh, Rosario, you talking about my boy Banana? My boy Banana. Ooh, Banana. I want to just get a banana tattoo because goddamn Banana turned the goddamn fucking... he turned that weight class upside down. That weight class is lit. 154 is lit because there's not really anybody at the top. There's not like a top dog at 154. There's like just, they're all kind of like the same level. So you don't know who's going to win. And I know we love having one champion in each division. And we want to have like one dominant guy in every division. But it's also very fun to just have them all kind of be like at the same level because those call for interesting fights and those call for just 50-50 fights that you just don't know what the heck is going to happen. So I love that division right now. And maybe, okay, Gala. Well, I think Galahad beat Josh Warrington, so we'll see. Canelo versus Charlo make the fight. I don't think that fight's ever going to happen. I don't think Canelo's going to fight anybody at PBC. He has so many options that could be easily made. And supposedly, if you guys watch a video, I have an interview with Oscar de la Hoya where he says that what the fuck do I keep saying Errol Spence for? Charlo's team priced themselves out, that they sent an offer to Charlo and that his team turned it down. So how true is that? I don't know. I wasn't there, but that's crazy. Triple G waxed the bigger man, didn't do nada. Have you heard anything about Post Office Ramirez? No, I know that got canceled because of the coronavirus. This is supposedly trying to move it to April, which is a long ass time from now. But who knows if it's still going to be over there. They're probably going to try to find a location somewhere else, which is tough because, again, all these other fights are getting made. And it's like, oh, shit, now I got to find a new date. So who knows? UK fighters are trash, too. Woo! Mm. Were you ever an Adrian Broner fan? I wouldn't have called myself a fan because I'm not a fan of, like, cockiness. But I did have hopes for him. I've never seen another dude fight that got Gary skills for sure. I know. See, I get so frustrated watching Gary Russell because I'm like, bro, like, you're so good. Why are you not fighting often? He fights like once a year. He's like Taxes. He only comes once a year. You only enjoy him once a year. And you not really enjoy him because he's not really fighting anybody specifically that you want to see him against. So it's just like, oh, I'm enjoying you beat this guy in 12 rounds. That's nice. But it's like, okay, I guess. I don't think King Tug has enough defense to beat Gary. I don't think so. Facts Alberto, except for Taylor and Dubois. Crawford not beating Spence. I don't know about that one. It's probably 50-50. I would give Spence the edge just because he's a bigger, harder puncher. Eggy's Klimas brought that gym and put those fighters there. Yes. Oh my God. I love Eggy's. He's a really nice dude. And I've been to that gym before. It's hard to be in that gym because no one speaks English. And of course, no one speaks Spanish. So I'm like, hey. And I'm just like saying hi to... I'm really good friends with this guy from Kazakhstan. His name is Mayreem. He's a middleweight. I think he's fighting 154 right now. But I'm really good friends with him. And I met him at that gym. But like we're just kind of like talk with like signs. And I'm like, oh yeah, yes, fighting next. Like that's how we talk. Because I can't talk to him. Like I need to learn Russian or something because I can't talk to these guys. And they're all there and they're really good guys. I would love to interview them, but there's no interpreter there. And I don't speak Russian or you know, whatever other languages they speak. So I love going to that gym, lazy, to like watch them. I try to go to a gym once a week just to watch. Like I love watching sparring. I don't even have to be taking notes. I just love watching. I love going to gyms once a week and watching. But can't talk to them. It's a little bit awkward. I think Crawford's chin is definitely suspect. I wouldn't say that much, but maybe against someone like like Spence, maybe so. Joshua Crawford's chin is definitely suspect. 154 is a very underrated weight class. Yes, Alberto. I think the 154 division is where it's at in terms of entertaining fights because it's never a boring fight on there. Just holding the wine is suspect. Nah, don't give me that. Crawford has been hurt so many times. Who are your top 3 fighters? Oh, y'all fighting in the comment section? Yes, fight. Iron sharpens iron. Crawford hasn't fought. You know, I do have to agree with that, Jay Cooley. I don't think Crawford is not special. I don't think he is not tested because he unified the 140 division. He really did that. He did that. But as a welterweight, again, I can't really say anything about him because he has not shown me anything. Jeff Horn, yikes. I mean, he did what he had to do. Um, who else had he fought? The Benavides bro that got shot in the leg. He was basically like a handicapped, and it's like. And then now Mean Machine, which I think Mean Machine is a way better opponent than Benavides and that Jeff Horn because again I've seen Mean Machine in the gym and I've seen what he could do and he hurt his arm. I don't want to make any excuses for him, but Mean Machine used to be really really good back when Top Rank was pushing him to basically pushing him up to eventually fight Crawford. But trust me, I've seen Mean Machine in the gym. I'm friends with a guy that used to mitts with him, who's Coach Edgar Cruz, who used to tell me he called me. He's like, "Yo, there's this guy from I think he's also from Kazakhstan, if I'm not mistaken, or Ukraine. I'm not sure, but he's like, yo, this guy hits so hard, and he's like, come in and see." And I went to see, it, and I'm like, yo, but this was like 2 years ago, and then he hurt his hand, and he's been like kind of deteriorating because in one of his fights he didn't look that good in Fresno. So point is, I think Mean Machine is a way better opponent than Benavides and than Horn. But again, look at everybody else's resume. Porter, he's fought everyone. Even when people say he's lost, he hasn't lost like by a lot. Maybe his like most convincing loss is against Kell Brook. Porter's most convincing loss is against Kell Brook. He lost that one. I think he lost against Thurman too, but a lot of people thought that was close. With fucking Spence, that was close. So Porter, yes, he has losses, but he has given everybody a goddamn run for their money. Now, Spence, same thing against Kell Brook. Goddamn, that was a really good ass fight. I watched that fight today again. I rewatched that fight because it was so good. And because Kell Brook is fighting tomorrow, and I just want to see some. So again, Spence took on Porter, which took on so many other people that gives him some good fucking names, you know? Same with Thurman. Thurman may have lost against Pacquiao, but Thurman has a really good fucking resume at 147. Yeah, now he's been inactive and shit, but if you look at Thurman's resume, it's really good. So all these top welterweight guys have really good resumes at welterweight. Crawford, not so much. Damn, I think Jojo Diaz might be number 3 after that. Yeah, Jojo Diaz was really good. I was never really impressed by Jojo. Jojo changed my mind after Saturday night. You got him on the rematch too? Who? Mikey said Mean Machine can punch. Yeah, Mean Machine is a hard-hitting motherfucker. Mean Machine also inactive for... Yeah, because Mean Machine had gotten injured. He got his wrist or something messed up. Crawford fans are radicals. They have him as number 1 welterweight. Yeah, no. See, I think Crawford is up. Yes, he's like a pound for pound for sure. But I wouldn't have him as a top welterweight because we haven't seen him as a welterweight. Jojo Diaz and Estefimo Lopez a good fight in my opinion. Who you got? I don't know. That would be a good fight, actually, because Jojo Diaz likes to give it his all. That's what the thing. I mean, he called out Gary Russell, and the only reason that fight happened is because Jojo Diaz called out Gary Russell. Gary Russell would never out of his way go and look for Jojo Diaz. So I do give him props for that. Delfimo, easy. But also, guys, some guys are good in the gym, but you're right. You're totally right. There's this guy in the gym at Legends who, goddamn, when I see him sparring, he's a Colombian kid. I see him sparring and I'm like, yo, this kid is so dangerous. He drops everybody in sparring. He's not the flashy type, don't get me wrong. Like, he's not like Rollies where he's posting that he's dropping these dudes. But these dudes come in and they spar and he drops them. He's like, ha, ha, they make their own sounds. And I seen him fight. He's fought in a couple of Thompson boxing fights. And I'm like, where's all that energy? I feel like they might get stage fright, or it's just once you got like a different style opponent, maybe it's different. But that kid, that Colombian kid, he looks fucking brutal in sparring. Like, he looks like dangerous. And in the ring, he hasn't knocked anybody out. I think he has like 4 fights and he hasn't knocked anybody out. And I'm like, that is so crazy. So you definitely definitely bring a good point there, because in sparring, I feel like they're more comfortable. They can mess up because, hey, if I mess up, it's sparring. It's okay. But you don't got those liberties in the ring, because if you mess up in the ring, one mistake, and it's all over. So you're definitely right. You guys follow, if you got a Twitter, follow Lazy Lefty. Like, he has some really good insight. He retweets really good content. And even if it's bad content, he's just retweeting it to like spark shit up. What do you think about Andre's fight? Oh my god, I was in Phoenix last week. And when I saw that first round knockdown, I'm like, yes, Andre, get rid of him. So the welterweights know that you do got power when you wanted to. But if I'm not mistaken, it was his dad who told him to not knock him out. It was his dad who was like, oh, what are you doing? Don't get crazy. Like, let's get our rounds in. And in my opinion, it's like, why? Like, this guy is bringing nothing to... See, if a guy's giving you work, sure, go the rounds, because you want to learn to adapt and you want to learn to see how you're going to take it, right? But if a guy's giving you nothing, knock his ass out and go home. So I thought it was, again, I hate calling fighters boring because that's not my drill. Like, I don't like that, but god dang it, did Boo Boo drag that shit out. Errol ran Keith out of the division. He fears Spence. Eek. I know Andre Ward was stated he's not coming. Yeah, I don't know why people still try to get Andre Ward out of retirement, Antonio. Like, let his ass stay retired. No offense. Crawford pound logic is gone that he hasn't done nothing since 140, and there wasn't. Well, yeah. See, Crawford wasn't at 140 when the guys that are at 140 now killing it were very much known back there. So, you're kind of right. If Spence gets Pacquiao this year and wins, he's going up to fight Crawford next. I got that someone got. I hope so. I just want that fight to happen this year. Ward has a lawsuit against his insurance company saying he can never box again because he got a knee injury and he never boxed again. Oh, I didn't know that. What? I didn't know that. Please give us some more tea, because I had no idea. I thought he just didn't want to box because the way he went out, beating Kovalev spectacularly. That shit, I would retire too. I'd be like, look at, if you guys were not convinced about the first fight, here you go. So I feel like he retired, and it's like, well, cool. Like, he did what he did. Hey, Lily, do you think Deontay Wilder will beat Tyson Fury next? I do think that. I do think that he does beat Tyson Fury, and I do think he beats him sooner. And a lot of people are like, no, Tyson Fury wasn't even in shape in the first fight, and he was coming off so much inactivity. Yeah, he had fought twice, but those fights meant nothing. So this guy wasn't even in shape. But I think, given, again, Wilder's track record and just as King Kong Ortiz, that doesn't matter how well you're boxing, that right hand will catch you. It's not a matter of if he catches you, it's a matter of when he catches you. And once Wilder catches you, rest in peace. Point is, yes, I do think that he does beat him, but I'm not counting Fury out because, he's a good boxer and whatnot. Shakur Stevens Loki is the best fighter of all these new kind, including Teofimo and Devin Haney. I think he watches them both. Well, once again, Alberto, different weight classes. But Shakur, I think he beats Josh Warrington, because Josh Warrington didn't do well against Galahad, who's fighting tomorrow. So I do think that Shakur Stevenson does beat Warrington, but I think, again, let's not rush these guys, even though they're champions. Like, give him Carl Frampton. Oh no, wait, Carl Frampton moved up too, I think. Just, I guess once you're a champion, you have to fight other champions, but also, like, fight good fights. As long as you're fighting good fights. Buddy, everyone left after the YouTubers got theirs in. I know, that's so sad. That's another thing. See, I'm not a big fan of the YouTube fights. I do think it's a slap to the face to those. I know. See, me being a gym rat and going to different gyms and getting to know these up-and-coming fighters and seeing the fucking putizas que se llevan in the gym. Like, these guys are going hard in the gym to get a spot like that. And these guys just come just because they got followers on YouTube, and these little 16-year-old kids are going to ask their parents for the credit card to subscribe to the zone and get a fucking fight. They're getting the spotlight. And that shit makes me sad. Because, again, I am at the gym often, and I see these guys, and the way when I see them spar, when I see them sweating, and I see them literally in their eyes, the passion, the hunger to get a fucking fight, a decent fight. Some of them haven't even gotten signed yet. And they're fighting like crazy. putting on really good performances. And who knows? No one knows them because, hey, no one's going to pay attention to them. And I get it. Like, okay, Eddie Hearn. I want to talk to Eddie Hearn. So hopefully in Texas, I'm going to talk to him and be like, yo, Eddie Hearn, no offense. Put your YouTuber fights, but put them in, like, their own night. Make a Friday YouTube fight every month. Like, all the... Because, you know what's weird? Last time that I was live, there was a YouTuber fan on here, and he was talking to me, and he said that no, he doesn't stick around for the other fights. All he does is watch the Logan Pauls or KSIs, and then he's out. They don't watch the other fights. So this merging that Eddie Hearn claims he's trying to do is full of crap because no one's merging. They're here for a reason, and they're here for that. Now, they changed the whole team. The people that were commentating on the KSI fight, I believe, were also YouTubers in the first fight. Like in the first fights, I believe there were all YouTubers who were commentating. There was that's what draw people in because it was the whole YouTube community. The YouTubers were commentating and the YouTubers were fighting. So why don't you make a whole fight, like a Friday night card every month to please those subscribers? You know what I mean? Like put all them YouTubers and celebrities in those fights. Don't mix them with the real fighters. Don't. Because I think and if you guys watch my interview with Regis Progreris, with Regis, if you watch my fight with Regis Progre, he says it himself. He's like, I was at the Staples Center that night, and no one was paying attention to Devin Haney because whenever Devin Haney was fighting, all these YouTubers were coming in the arena, and everybody was like, oh, crazy with the YouTubers coming in the arena. Not with Devin Haney, who was fighting and putting on a spectacular fight. No one cared. People were watching the other YouTubers who were coming in. So if you want to please that fan base, that subscription, I guess, audience, you want to, please that demographic, sure, by all means. I get it. You want to make money, you want subscribers, you want to keep the subscribers up. Cool. Give them their own card. Don't put them as co-main events in other fights. And that's just my opinion on that. Maybe I went too harsh on it, but shit, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter. Joshua whoop either one of them, but I'm sure Fury will get... Joshua does not beat Wilder. No offense. After what I've seen, even if he boxes his ass like he did against Ruiz, that's not going to work with Wilder. I don't think so, at least. Thank you so much. I just got the notification, Lazy. I'm sorry I'm behind on the comments, but thank you so much for sending me. I just got the notification after I'm off here. I'm definitely going to go see it. Joshua can win. He's as if he's asleep. Good comment. And Fury's going to win. Oh, really? Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think so. Have you ever been on footage of Devin Haney and Shakur sparring? Shakur took that boy to school. Yes, because they're both trained in Vegas. I have never seen them sparring, but I have seen that footage. I say give the prospects what they want and wait. And it's, for example, King Errol. Hello, did y'all hear about Bud wanting to move up to 154? He would get washed. But maybe, I mean, the thing is that 154, PBC has most of the guys at 154 too. So he's fucked either way if he's not going to fight PBC guys. If he goes up, he's food. He's already food for Spencer Sean. I think Sean would give Crawford a good fight. You know what? What I think, like, if PBC doesn't want to risk their top welterweights against Crawford, give them Ugas. Ugas, to me, I fuck with Ugas. I really like Ugas. I think he'd beat Porter. So it's like, imagine, I feel like Ugas would have no problem fighting Crawford. If PBC doesn't want to risk their champions, give him, be like, fight Ugas, and if you beat him, like, fight somebody else. That'd be a good-ass fight. You would have a channel if YouTuber didn't fight most of us, only me. Dean? Yes, maybe, you know what, Dean, I'm going to address that. Maybe you're here because of the KSI versus Logan Paul shit. Cool. And maybe I did gain views and subscribers for that. But no offense, I don't want to be offensive with saying this, but you motherfuckers are not my attendant audience. You guys are not. No offense. I know the people that were here for those KSI, I didn't go to that fight, but for the Logan Paul, what was it? The Paul versus Gibbs shit? I get it. That did numbers because you guys love to see that shit. But no offense against Dean. Y'all are not my fucking intended audience. I don't care if you guys watch or not. I don't I'm not gonna make YouTube videos. I'm here for boxing, real boxing. No offense again at all. No offense. But for you to say that most of us only know me because of the being at the, I wasn't there. First of all, I wasn't at Logan Con KSI. I was never there. The only reason I was at this one is because I was collaborating with someone and selling my content to them. So that's why I was there, because I sold, someone else paid me to go there. Okay, so for you to say that, that's not true, because most people in this chat are real boxing fans. And yes, I might not have a lot of subscribers, but everybody in here are boxing fans. They're not YouTuber fans. We don't know shit what's going on with Logan Paul or the other Paul brother. We don't know them. So don't say that everybody only knows me because of that, because I wasn't even there. I was only there for that specific thing, and it was because I got paid beforehand to be there. So that's on that. I'm not, don't say that people only know me because of that, because no, they don't. Maybe someone tagged you on it and that's why, but the people that are here in this chat, they're boxing fans. So kindly go fuck yourself. Wilder would be asleep before him. Who do you think Wilder would get slept by? Thank you, Flip Mo. Ryan is behind and the rest. I think Ryan is behind. But I think the reason why Ryan's behind is because he was having trouble with his manager. I'm really good friends. Well, I don't want to say friends, but I know his manager. I know he's been having troubles with him. So that's why he was how do you call it? That's why he wasn't active, because he wasn't fighting because of the issues with his promoter. With his manager. How you gonna say PBC Rizday champion, but then Bob has? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if they don't want to risk their champions, which I don't know what the hell's going on with PBC and Top Rank, but they're not going to fight each other. Wilder has fooled all of y'all into thinking that Ortiz wins was extraordinary. I didn't say that. I don't remember ever saying that, so I don't know why you guys keep putting words in my mouth. But he knocked them out when, in my opinion, Ortiz was outboxing him, and that's what I meant. My point was, I'm sorry if I didn't come out clear enough. My point is, it doesn't matter how well you box, because that right hand will catch you. I'm not saying that knockout was spectacular, because again, we had seen Ortiz get knocked out by Wilder before. So did I think that rematch was necessary? Not really. I didn't think that rematch was going to do anything, but I did think that King Kong deserved another shot, because in his mind, he thinks the ref gave Wilder too much time, and he thinks he had Wilder at one point, so maybe he just deserved that shot. But I'm not saying it was spectacular. I'm sorry if I sounded like that's what I meant. And I was not giving Ugas a voluntary shot without getting multi-fight options. That's true. That's very true, though, Lazy, because Ugas is that kind of guy who he deserves really good fights, because he is I fuck with Ugas so heavy. Hello, I swallow cum? Oh, man, now I'm going to get demonetized because I read your name. God dang it. Reese listened to the hype and thought he could... Yeah, that's the thing, Sergio. I 100% agree with that. 100%. I don't think Reese was scared. I don't think like it was he chose partying over it. I legitimately think that he thought that Joshua was just messed up in the head, and he's like, Joshua's gonna come in, he's gonna be scared of me. Joshua's already like mentally messed up. He's not going to. I think he thought it would be like Ward versus Kovalev, where Ward beat Kovalev in the first time. You know, it was a controversial fight, but he was messed up mentally, and Kovalev came in the second time, messed up already in the head. So it's like, I feel like that's what Andy was expecting. Andy still expected Joshua to be traumatized and to be scared of him, and he just boxed. He outboxed Andy, and Andy was too heavy to keep up, and that's just that, and it sucks, but hey, that's what we got. The clash on the dunes. Imagine going all the way to Saudi Arabia and watching that. I'd be pissed. I'd be very mad. Yes, baby. Who wins, Theo or Loma? I think right now, Lomachenko. Maybe a couple fights down the road, maybe Teofimo wins. Yeah, so tomorrow, guys, don't forget We have the zone fights. We have Kelbrook against DeLuca. I forgot what his first name is. And then we have Gary Russell against Ambayar something. I don't want to say their name. It wasn't the same Ruiz. It really wasn't. I think that's what makes me sad that again, since Ruiz used to train out of Legends Boxing Gym and I was there every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I would see him. I remember I knew Andy Ruiz since he was with Top Rank and since he was with Abel Sanchez. My son played all the time with Andy's kid because in the summer I would take my kids to the gym with me, and Andy Ruiz has kids, and he would take his kid to the gym. I have videos of my son doing Fortnite dances with Andy Ruiz's kid. Like, I've been known Andy since a while back, so it really did bum me out to see that he wasn't training and to see that he wasn't taking things seriously. It really did. Eddie was also telling Ruiz there would be a trilogy win or lose. See, I feel like maybe that's why he didn't care too, because he's like, whatever, I'm still getting paid, which I get it because he wasn't getting paid much with Top Rank, and Bob Arum wasn't giving him much priority with the fighting in Top Rank. They're putting him in like very low undercards that weren't even televised yet. So I get it where he at this point maybe he's like, I just need to get my money and dip. But I don't want to see a third fight. Do you guys want to see a third fight against Joshua? I really don't. I don't think he deserves it. I know Eddie Hearn was trying to give him the white fight, but I'm like, why would you give him someone that's been like busted for PEDs? Like, that's just wrong to begin with. But I imagine, I mean, Ruiz is with PBC. He could get Joyce or whatever his name is. Not Joyce. Is that his name? Guy was like slow as hell. He's slow. He's like 30 something. He's slow as fuck. But they can give him Wilder maybe just so that, it's like an exciting fight. He has more chances at PBC than with Eddie Hearn. I know Eddie Hearn does have a lot of the heavyweights too, but he's good at PBC. Who could actually beat Crawford in the amateurs? I would want to see them fight again. Yes, I would love to see it. Yes. Who's Eddie's new trainer? I don't think they have said it yet. They were supposedly aiming for Teddy Atlas. But Teddy Atlas talks so much shit about Andy. So I don't know. What's it with all the Wilder hate? He's super exciting. Yeah, I don't know why people hate him. I don't hate him. I can understand when people say like, oh, he's not fundamentally sound, but let's be real, guys. He does set up his punches. Like, as much as we may not like to admit it, he does set up his punches very well. He's a former Olympian. That's why he's called the Bronze Bomber. For people that are not familiar with why he's called the Bronze Bomber, is because he won a bronze medal in the Olympics. So you can't say that you went to the Olympics with no talent. Like, there's just no way, So I don't know. Wilder gets hit first. Joshua would land and he more power. I don't think Joshua has more power than Wilder. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean, I would love to see it. I don't care if Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz before. I still want to see him against Wilder. Crawford be Ducky. Ruiz training. He doesn't have a trainer. They're trying to catch Andy slipping. He's not training, and that's what's sad. He claims. See, what I heard from, because I'm really good friends. I know Manny Robles because again, I used to be in the gym every fucking other day. But he also has a co-trainer, which people don't know about, which also makes me kind of sad because Andy has a couple trainers, not just Manny Robles. There's another guy on his team who was called Estrellita. His name is Edgar Jasso, who is a great guy. He's a really good fucking trainer, but he doesn't get the light because he is not Manny Robles, But he's a co-trainer, and he told me that Andy would just message them videos of him training and running. Like, they just get messages and it'd be Andy running. He'd be like, hey guys, I'm training. But they don't know how long he did it for. They don't know if he was actually training or not, So that's what he says. He's like, I don't know what happened. He's like, he just never came to us. And a lot of people are giving us shit because they're like, oh, you guys are his trainers. You guys just wanted a paycheck. But no, they were constantly checking in on him. They were constantly asking him to go to the gym. That was the reason why they went to Guadalajara to train. But he wasn't with it, so you can't. And I think what they said is that when they were in Guadalajara to train, they'd get invited to like soccer games over there with Las Chivas and shit, and all the politicians would be like picking Andy up and taking him to make appearances places and feeding him. So it's like he was so distracted because politicians in Mexico, even though they went to Mexico to supposedly train better in Guadalajara, it was like politicians, sports people just taking him to the game so that he could be there and make an appearance. But he was eating and not training and not taking anything seriously. So that sucks, you know? Teddy Ellis is a good trainer. He just talks a lot. He does, but he gives the best corner speeches. We are firemen. We are firemen. He told Bradley that they're firemen. I felt hyped up. I'm like, shit, I'm a fireman too. I can get this. Remember when the Povetkin fight? If you guys remember when Povetkin wanted to be a world champion, he was getting worked. Povetkin was getting worked. He was almost like he was almost stopped, and Teddy Atlas told him, "This is for your dad," because if I'm not mistaken, Povetkin's dad had just died earlier that year, and Teddy Atlas told him like, "Povetkin, this is for your dad." Like, I mean, there was a translator, but that's what you could hear Teddy Atlas telling him, like, "Povetkin, this is for your dad. Your dad is in heaven now. He's watching you, and you got 9 more minutes. Make your dad proud. Like, your dad is gonna see you as a world champion." And what happens next? Povetkin comes out, knocks the other dude out. So Teddy Atlas is a good guy to have in your corner. I mean, he was in Volzdik's corner against Berdabiev, but there's no helping there. Berdabiev is a fucking beast, so there's no helping him with that. But he gave Volzdik some really good advice too. What I want to find out on February 29th, how good is Mikey Garcia 147 is chocolate. I know, I can't believe they're doing Chocolatito a title shot. Like, that's crazy. I feel like it might be too soon. Julio Cesar Martinez, dude. Julio Cesar Martinez is a fucking beast. I'm so mad that with the Edwards fight, he landed that goddamn shot after the belt because he could have been champion. I mean, he's already champion because that fight against Rosales was amazing. Dude, y'all need to pay attention to the lower weight classes because Martinez versus Rosales, that was such a stupid good fight. And I love Rosales too. Like, that was a really good fight. The only thing about Julio Cesar, didn't he get popped for something too? And I'm like, yo, Canelo team has all the people that gotten popped for shit. Because they got Neri now, right? And Lomachenko puts on a wig with 10 fight him then. Oh my god, I saw that meme. I saw that meme with Lomachenko with a wig, and it's like the only way Tank would fight Lomachenko, and he has like a wig on, like as a woman. I'm like, y'all play too much. And Lomachenko puts on a... Oh, I read it. Andy was finessing. Trainers can't make guys train. See, these are grown men. I agree, Lazy Lefty, but you have no idea how many people... Because I love to listen to boxing podcasts. And there were so many people who were shitting on Manny Robles or saying that, oh, he was just trying to cash a check, that, he should have told, he should have gotten Andy to the gym, and especially for this big fight. And no, he didn't, because he didn't care, because he was still getting a check. No offense, but if you guys knew Manny Robles and the way he acts in the gym, there's no way that man is like that. That man is obviously worried about his own reputation. He would never do that. That man is so hard on his fighters, dude. One time, I was gonna interview Maidana's brother, TNT Maidana, Fabian, his name is. And I went up to him and I'm like, hey, because I go to the gym every other... Right now it's hard because that gym is closed and they're kind of all over the place right now. But I went up to him with my notebook. I'm like, hey, when are you fighting next? When can I come interview you? Blah, 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 blah. And he starts talking to me, like, just conversational-wise while hitting the bag. All of a sudden, I hear Manny Robles, like, in Spanish, hey, are you okay? Did you come today to train? Or did you come here to gossip with the reporters? And I'm like... with my notebook right here, like, all right, bye. Like, I wasn't even, like, it was him who was starting conversation, but I didn't want to get in Manny Robles' bad side. Like, that man takes his training seriously. Like, that man, you should see his focus when his guys are sparring. He's 100% focused on every move. And when they come back to the corner, he gives them instructions for them to get better. Like, even though it's sparring, it's like if it's a fight, that man looks at them and he looks at their every move. And then when they come back, he tells them how to correct it. It's crazy, that man's fucking focus. So when people say like, oh, he just was looking for a payday, I trust me, that's not it. That's really not it. He's just not... Like Alberto Jesus says, it's just a lazy Snorlax. That's just what it is. You can't make a fighter do much. And Manny Robles has other fighters to worry about. Of course, Andy is a champion, was the champion, and he was supposed to give him not priority, but yes, kind of. He has other fighters that he's bringing up, and he's just because one guy doesn't come into the gym, he's not gonna just go out of his way to leave the other guys that he's training to go and tend to this guy. If that makes any sense. What do you think about Chris Colbert, Lil Bia? When's he's fighting next, by the way? When is he fighting next? Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia? Well, Devin Haney beat Ryan Garcia, I think, 3 out of 4 times in the amateurs. So I think I'm going to have to go with Devin Haney, especially because Devin Haney, I think, he's a PDF belt champion, but he's already a champion. Why did Andre duck Lara and Derevyanchenko? Yes! That's what no one talks about. No offense, but, like, people talk about Andre being ducked as a middleweight, but he never fought Lara at 154 and Derevyanchenko. How was he gonna get Andy to the gym? I don't blame. Yeah, well, the thing is that since Andy bought a mansion, basically, he had his own gym there, and that's what I'm telling you. The other guy, he would tell me that he would send them just pictures of him training, and they'd be like, okay, like he's like, oh, I'm training. Hey guys, I'm training, and that's it. And like they can't just leave the other guys to go to this guy's mansion and train him there. And I'm pretty sure he never made an effort to call them to come there to begin with. Who should Jaime Munguia fight next? Banana. No, that's a different weight class now. I think he should take it easy. The thing about Munguia is that he's still young and he's adjusting to this new style that they're trying to give him. No, I do appreciate Eric Morales for not trying to change his style completely, because if we see another example of this, it's Oscar Valdez, who was just a come-forward warrior who has now like kind of changed the style with the Canelo team because they're trying to make him a more defensive fighter, but it doesn't work because this guy's already had his whole career being a goddamn warrior. And now they're trying to make him be defensive and he's just not looking good because, in my opinion, it's hard once you already got a style to change it completely. And with Munguia, I feel like he has hope because, one, he has power and he has that chance to be able to get better defensively without having to risk losing because he has power. So I don't think he should get a big fight yet. I don't think he should be getting a big fight. I think he should keep fighting the Gary Sullivans of the world, of the 160 division, and then work his way up. However, there's a lot of people that say Munguia's probably going to lose to a banana anyway, so why don't you guys just give him a big payday, like for example Canelo or Triple G, and then he can lose, but he's still gonna make money, and that loss is not gonna mean much for his career, which also makes a lot of sense. I can see why people say, if I can give him to Canelo or give him to Triple G, he's gonna make money, and if he loses, they'll be like, well, he was too green anyway. So let's get on with the fight. So I do agree with that, but he might get hurt. You know, he might get really hurt in those fights, but I think he should take it slow. He has that power advantage as long as he can move, as long as he can move his head properly, I think he should be good. But on the other hand, Oscar Valdez, I think that's a done deal. And if he's gonna really fight Berchelt, he's food for Berchelt. Berchelt will have a field day with Oscar Valdez. So I think, as much again as I do want to see Munguia and bigger fights, I think he should take it slow. He does have that power to be able to hold him on there, you know? Feed Hurt to Munguia. Hurt versus Munguia was a good-ass fight at 154 too. That could have been a good-ass unification because they both got no defense. Like at the time they both hurt and Munguia had 0 defense. That would have been a good-ass fight at 154 regardless. AB versus Haney. No, thank you. I agree with you. I do want to see big fights, but I do want to see these young fighters rushed. Yeah, see, all of those guys are still like in their early 20s. I know, I get it, especially the way boxing is done today. We want to see these prospects knock motherfuckers out so that we can be like, oh, see, they're good. They're knocking guys out. But no, dude, we need to see these guys go the distance so that we can see that they can adapt, that we can see that they're growing and that they're getting better every fight, because knockouts of course are always entertaining, but if we don't see them getting better, then what's the point? Why is Russell talking about moving up to weight class at 127? I know, see, I don't get that either, especially because he hasn't fought anybody. Like, he hasn't tried to unify. He's had the fucking belt for so long, and you're gonna tell me you're not gonna try to unify at least once before moving up? Like, that's just crazy. Her stuff's Munguia. I think hers just bigger. What the heck? Don't get me wrong though. I've been invited to Munguia's camp before. That dude walks around at like 172. So that dude is huge. I remember like I was like at his training camp, and I look at his trainer, and I'm like, how much does his weight? And he like mouthed me, he's like, and I'm like, Jesus! And he was supposed to fight at 170, 154. I'm like, how y'all fucking lose that much weight? Teach me your ways. Russell beat Jojo, and that was a good win. Yeah, but also Jojo Diaz pushed for that fight. If it wasn't for Jojo pushing that fight, Gary Russell wouldn't have called out Jojo Diaz. I don't know. I just want to see the good fights in 2020. What is your guys' good fights to watch in 2020? I'm going to log off because I've been already on here for over an hour. So thank you guys so much for all the donations and tipping and all that live stuff, the super chats. I will be at the fight this next Friday for the Ryan Garcia versus Fonseca fight. I will be at the Fury versus Wilder fight in Vegas, and I am going to Texas this month. It's going to be my first fight covered in Texas. This is the first time I fly out other than Vegas to cover a fight, so I'm very excited. I will be bringing you guys a lot of content. I'm starting up the podcast again. I stopped doing it because I felt like people weren't caring about it, but a lot of people have asked me when I'm going to do the podcast again. So I'm definitely going to do a lot of interviews, a lot of podcasts. Tell your friends, tell your baby mama, tell your grandma, tell your tío, tell your dad. My interviews are pretty good if you check out the rest of the interviews. Thank you so much for being live, and again for the super chats. Lopez versus Tank. I think that's a hard one. Ina versus Rigondeaux. Ina just beats Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's old already. Canelo versus Bertobiev. I don't think Canelo wants anybody else at 175. The only reason he went up at 175 was to see Kovalev. I don't think he wants anybody else. And I'd rather see, honestly, Canelo against anybody at 168 or at 160. Of course I would love to see him against 175, but I don't think that's necessary. He can definitely fight good fights at 168 or 160. See you in Texas, Antonio. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to be there on Thursday, Frisco, Texas. Thursday, I'll get there for the press conference. I'll leave Sunday morning. So if anybody wants to say hi, I'm going to be obviously checking out the town, nightlife after the fight. So hit me up if anybody's gonna be in Texas. I'm not a mean person. I will say hi. I will definitely be again at the next fight in Ryan's fight in Anaheim. I will be in Vegas for Wilder vs. Fury 2. So again, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, share my content, tell your friends, and I'll see you guys at the fights again. Thank you so much for your super chats and the money donations. They all go to me buying equipment to bring you guys more content. Thank you so much. Guys, you guys want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Thank you so much. I want to go to New York eventually, just not right now. It's way too goddamn cold. I can't do it. I'm cold here. It's like 60 degrees here, and I'm cold as fuck in California. So I will go to it's my New Year's resolution was to also cover fights in other states. So I'm going to Texas at the end of the month. I do want to cover a fight at the Barclays or at the Madison Square Garden, but when it's not fucking freezing in New York. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night. Yes, Chicago, Pennsylvania. What are they called too? Atlantic City. All those places. I'm trying to cover boxing all fucking year. Other places. So I'll see you guys around. Again, I'll fucking be bringing you guys some good ass content. So thank you guys for being live with me, and again for the super chats. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your donations. You guys have a lovely night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at the fights. Bye.